Hey, it's Nikki. Welcome back to Ranting with Ricardo. We are here for another recap review because it's my channel. I can do what I want over here. Yes, I can. And it's a recap review of All the Queen's Men. Low-key wish they were doing like one episode a week because it's two episodes. Two episodes a week, while it's great because you're pushing the story farther along. Child, that's 2 hours. P Valley don't even last that long. Child, I thought I heard something. But yeah, P Valley is only like an hour, but it's like that's 2 hours for two episodes for real. Well, almost 2 hours. Anyway, if you are new to the channel and you like the content over here, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. If you're not new to the channel and you don't like the content over here, still like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people, because you may not like me, but somebody out there does. I guarantee somebody out there likes me. If you want to get in touch with me for any type of business, you want to follow me on social media, you want to buy my Elder Be Damn merch, you want to buy my lip gloss, or you want to bless your girl with a little something because you know a bitch got bills, all that can be found where it is, where it's always going to be, where it's always going to stay, in the description box down below. And currently scrolling across the ticker on the bottom of the screen. It's just like right up there for y'all to see, okay? Go follow me. Do that. Few housekeeping things before we get into this recap review of these two episodes. Wash day took a lot longer than I thought it would. Because I did a hot oil treatment and then I did a hair mask and then it was just like trying to fight with this. It was a lot. So that's why this got pushed back till 8:30. Then 8:30 rolled around. I was like, I ain't ate in like 6 hours. I need to eat something and drink some water. So I did that. Ultimatum, I'm gonna try to just watch it throughout the week and try to give that to y'all. Y'all know Am I the A-hole Reddit stories are a daily thing. So it'll be out Monday through Sunday. P Valley is back this week, and then Real Housewives of Atlanta, so regularly scheduled programming, and then some of these shows are about to go on break, like Basketball Wives. They got like 2 more episodes before they go on break, and then I will be doing recap reviews of Love and Hip Hop not Hollywood. They canceled Hollywood, of Atlanta and Miami. Now, if it's not giving what it's supposed to be gave, or y'all not showing up for it, and y'all don't want to see it, then I'm not going to review it, because I'm not here for certain people from certain cities just coming over and taking over stuff, and then it's not the show we fell in love with. So with that being said, that is all. Oh, PSA, I have my birthday celebration live stream scheduled for my birthday. It is 2 months away, but I got it scheduled now, so y'all can put it on y'all schedule, so y'all come over here and celebrate with me. So it is up, it is there. Like it up so that people could come in and celebrate as well. And I'll see y'all for, all the stuff I'm going to do between now and then. But I will definitely see y'all on my birthday. Now, with that being said, let's get into this recap review. So, we see Midnight. He come back to his place. Teresa there with her baby, because that's where he left her raggedy, scraggly, musty, dusty, not so trusty, crusty ass when he went to go, unalive her husband. And then we found out, as he's in the midst of about to unalive the husband, that she set this up. She was banging her head in the refrigerator. So he come back. He was like, I did it. She was like, you did it? He was like, yeah, I did it. I want my $500K. When I'm going to get it? She was like, oh, did you make it look like a robbery? Yes. When you going to get your money? When they find, the body, and, my insurance coming. And she started talking about, and I could pay you in other ways. He like, I don't want that. She legit is trying to offer up some coochie on the low as a way to pay Midnight for offing her husband. She says, my baby is asleep. And because he mentioned something about Doc, and she was like, oh, she mentioned some. He mentioned something about Doc, and she was like, ain't nobody scared of Doc. He probably got somebody right now. We could do it right here and now. She crazy. Like, this heifer is crazy. Midnight tell her, I want my money. That's it. That's all. You can take you and your child and get out. And she leave. Okay. And then he texts Doc to tell him, she got the baby. Down to Dime, she at the hospital with Amp, and she wake up, she touching on his arm and everything, and he like clammy, he not breathing. The hospital looked cheap. It looked like somebody trying to kill this man. And she started calling for a nurse because the little button that you use to call the nurse when you're in pain or something is not working. It's a mess. What is going on here? Dime at the no wait, not Dime. Tommy is trying to get Madam to eat because she has to take those pills on. I think she has to at least have something on her stomach to take the pills. And I was like, I wonder what the pills are for. And I think she may be depressed. That's my thought anyway. I think Madam may be depressed. So he trying to get her to eat. She don't want to eat, but he like, you gotta eat, okay? You have to. Can't keep doing this to yourself. Okay, you can't. And the concierge calls her. So concierge calls her, is like, go turn on the news before it go off. And when she go and turn on the news, it's a news report about the whole halfway house shootout with the deaf people living there. And basically, they blaming it all on Bill. Like, the house blew sky high. It's a witness. It's some camera footage and everything else. But they blaming it all on Bill. The concierge told her he had the cameras hacked, so you won't see her and Blue coming in or coming out. And the only person you will see is Bill coming and going. He tells her, the next time you want to do something like this, run the plan by me first so I can help you. Do that. And I'm like, he did have somebody hack the camera, so he would be helpful. I mean, he's very handsome, so he would be helpful if he had somebody hack the cameras, and now it's all on Bill and not on you. So, there's that. And he was like, run a plan by me so I can help you stay safe and sound and out of the public eye, because I don't need the heat on you, especially because she's about to start helping with like the whole money laundering and everything. And he tells her, you need to learn how to finesse these situations. And he was like, I got eyes on Bill. I'm going to have him dropped off to you. But first, I want you to go somewhere with me. And she was like, I don't know about that. But, eventually she agrees. And he asked her, do you trust me? And she says, no. And he like, good, this would be fun. I was like, oh, no. You're playing games. I don't care how handsome you are, Christian Keys. We don't play those types of games over here. You try, what is this, honey? I don't like this. I needed to go play. I don't want to eat here no more because I don't like the game plan talking about is good, you don't trust me. Well, I don't trust a lot of people. And when I don't trust them, I don't do business with them. But that's just me. Anyway, Madam gets to the hospital to find out from Don that Amp not breathing. He was almost to the upper room. His machines were unhooked. The doctors and the nurses, the nurse are yelling at her to get out the room because she busted in the room because they, trying to do chest compressions and trying to get him back to life. So as she get out the room, she asks Don what happened. Don don't know what happened, okay? She was the only one in there. She went to sleep, woke up. He was clammy. It was only one nurse that came, that was in there when she showed up, and that was Shannon's mama. And that lady had a syringe, and I thought she was about to put something in his little IV bag or whatever it is. So Madam goes to the nurse's station and asks, who was the nurse on duty? The nurse at the station is like, who are you? What do you want? And she notices like all the pictures, because y'all know typically at a hospital sometimes they have the staff's pictures up like behind the nurse's station and everything. So she sees Shannon's mom's picture and she was like, okay, I know who did it. The doctor ends up, after she went back down, the doctor comes out the room and Madam start cussing him out. Like, you better hurry up and tell her what's going on with her nephew before she do before she do you like she did Red and all the deaf people in the halfway house, because that was messed up. The doctor's not really sure what's going on. Obviously, Dime and Madam think somebody unhooked them, and I was like, I think somebody unhooked them too, because Shannon's mama last episode, first of all, she had the syringe, and then she was like, oh, enjoy your time because you won't have long with them. And I'm not sure if it's she told Dime the story, so when, Dime finds out, she'll break up with him, or if she was trying to kill that man. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? Okay, so once again, Madam is cussing at the doctors, and the doctor, and then the doctor was like, it could be a combination of, well, they don't know what's wrong with him. It was like, it could be septic shock, or because Diamond Madam was like, it could be somebody unhooked him. And I'm like, it's probably a combination of both. Like, if he would have stayed hooked up, then he probably wouldn't have went into septic shock. Okay? My thoughts. So, Amp wake up. We find out the help button was unplugged. So, that is why Dime had to run out the room screaming for some help, because somebody unplugged the help button. Once again, somebody trying to off Amp. Amp asked Matt if she's okay. And she's like, she got tears in her eyes. She's apologizing to him because y'all know she shot him trying to shoot Cat. It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. And, really, that's, other than her daddy, that's the only family member she actually likes, because she can't stand her sister. And, Amp asked Madam, is she okay? And she's like, I'm okay. And he was like, well, I'm okay. And, she tries to tell him she tries to tell him she's sorry, and he was like, it's good, it's cool, you're not, like, we're fine. And she tells Dime to keep an eye on him, because now she got to get down to the club and to run everything down to them, because she got to meet the concierge. Okay, it is a black tie event, you better be in your finest wear. Dime is looking like, I know something happened, I don't know what happened, but I know something happened. And Amp asked Dime, to check on Madam, because, she has tears in her eyes, and she's like, see, no, she won't. She wouldn't want that. She wouldn't. Because that lady don't really like, well, she going through it. And Amp, you should know this from the first episode when y'all was down to the house and the sister Carla had left the daddy in the house, and she was like tired and everything. She really didn't want to take your help in that moment. Didn't want nobody checking on her, but she took it anyway because she needed the help in that moment for her dad, your grandfather. Amp, because she was like, oh, Dime was like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Amp said, girl, I'm good. It was a 22. I'm going to be fine. Check this out. Press that button. I'm hungry. See if it worked. So, boom. We get to Madam. She in the parking lot trying to get herself together, which I think she may have some mental. Yeah, that's my thought. I was like, if Dime wouldn't have walked in, that lady, she probably would have stuck whatever was in that syringe into his bag, but she had probably unplugged him. My thoughts, which is why I say y'all gotta watch out for that lady, because she told Dime, and I'm like, it's either after she told Dime that story, which is just like, I don't know who to believe. I don't know if he got crazy and told that lady he was gonna kill Shannon, and he was gonna kill them both and ran headfirst into a tree, or if he was drunk driving and that was the situation, or if it was like a mixture of both. But that lady want him like deader than a doorknob, and if Dime wouldn't have walked in, he would have been deader than a doorknob. So boom. Madam trying to get herself together, and I think she has some mental health issues. And first of all, I think she has depression. That's what I'm sticking to. I could tell this, like, I could sort of tell the signs just a little bit, and I think that's maybe what's going on with her. She sees Shannon mama walking up, and she hop out the G-bag and accuses that lady of unplugging his machine. She said, even if I wanted to do it, I didn't do it because I took an oath. I was like, that don't mean nothing. You probably did do it. Lady, stop lying to us. You want that man gone, gone, gone. You want him gone just like your daughter, okay? And you'd be happy if it was you or your son to take him out. And y'all don't heed Madam's warning when she tells you to just leave him alone. The mama started talking about, oh, when you gonna grow up, when you gonna do this, when you gonna stop trying to be Miss Boss, when you gonna stop trying to play dress up. And she throws God in Madam's face. And she's like, God is going to deal with you. No, not God's gonna deal with you. I'm gonna have God handle you. And Madam hit her back with the God handles me every day. And that's what I don't get about a lot of people when y'all say, oh, I'm gonna let God handle y'all. Do you not know God is handling people every day? Every single day. So you trying to throw that at somebody, throw that in the face, telling you you're gonna let God handle them. God is already handling them in the way that they see fit. So nothing you pray for, nothing you do, unless you were to do it physically or have somebody else do it, is going to work in the way you want it to. It's not going to work in your favor, Miss Lady. And let's be clear, I get that you are upset about your child dying and the fact that he is out here living his rehabilitated life and your daughter Shannon is no longer here. But at some point, you have to get the proper help for your grief. And you also have to stop trying to be out here killing folks, because you're going to end up just where he was. Do you want that? Or when it comes to your son going to end up right next to your daughter. Do you want that? I don't think so. Madam tells her, if anything happens to Amp, I'm coming for you. And she take off. We get to Babyface. He down in the locker room telling everybody what happened with Miss Candy and her nasty ass colonizing male monster, dandruff demon, snow possum husband. Okay? But he didn't say the names. He says, I got the number if anyone because El Fuego's like, I'm surprised you didn't do it. And he was like, everything is not for sale. And I was like, at least you know your worth. Just a little bit. At least you not a hoe. At least you not a big old hoe. At least you're not doing that. Okay? Well, you hope, but at least you're not gonna sell your integrity and sell your goodies to somebody that you wouldn't give the goodies to normally. Where was I? So he was like, I got the number if any of y'all want to go do that. And Doc at Midnight said, no, we good. We got enough women. Babyface points to El Fuego and says, well, he ain't good. He not, making the money like he normally do. He not, he not good. And El Fuego says, I don't have to do that. I'm not about to, uh, I ain't got a hoe to make a buck, okay? I shake this thing for a piece of change, but I'm not giving up these goodies, okay? This is grade A stuff, okay? Only the best of the best get this and not them, okay? Let me tell you that now. Madam comes in and tells them she gonna be gone for a majority of the night. Blue is in charge. You gonna have to tip Blue. And Diamond Amber out for the night too. And I was like, cool. Some people got a little attitude. Some people worried about Amp. El Fuego think he cool. So we move on. Blue and Madam in her office, and Blue is obviously hurting after, she had to take Cat out because Cat was about to be Stingy McRatface out here. And Madam could tell something is wrong with her, but Blue has this hard exterior protruding out. But your grief and what you did, everything is written all over your face. You ain't got to say a word to us. We already know what's going on. Madam says, I know where Bill is. He gonna be here after, this little situation I gotta take care of with the concierge. And Madam tells her, hold it down. And, Blue wants to know what's going on. Madam wants to know what's going on with Cat. Madam basically said, I'll tell you what's going on with me when you tell me what's going on between you and Cat. Okay, you tell me that. And we move, they leave so Blue could go run the club and Madam could go on her little date. Now, Babyface is watching the junior amateur dancers on the stage. Now, Doc gave him the idea of basically pimping out one of them for that 10K, okay? Babyface picks out this like doe-eyed baby dancer who probably is gonna fall real hard, real fast into that life. And if he become a hoe that Babyface is pimping, Babyface might get taken out. I'm gonna just tell y'all now. And like, dude will he look like he'll say and he will do anything to get into the good graces of Babyface and all the senior dancers. So also to make 1K, because Babyface asked him about making $1,000 and he was like, I'll do anything to make $1,000. I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything. I was like, well, that's not a good situation. You don't want to say you'll do anything, because then it goes into this conversation. Babyface says, okay, I'll take you to one of my private clients, but I'm going to hold you to that and remind you of you saying you would do anything. You would do anything, not just about anything. You would do anything to make a measly low $1,000. And he was like, you know what? You don't even have to remind me. I'm going to remind you that I said I'd do anything. So now you've just opened yourself up for Babyface to be pimping you like you's a hoe on the street. And he going to take his cut. So you probably not going to get that full 1K. Child. When he said he'd do anything, I was like, oh, Polo Tink Tink. Polo Tink Tink. That colonizer about to wear you out. And then when Babyface leave, the rest of the dancers in the back is laughing at dude because they all know he about to get pimped out. They know he about to get turned out. And he talked about y'all just jealous. It's like, no, ain't nobody jealous of you. We just see the situation for what it is. I even see the situation for what it is. And I'm a viewer watching the show. You about to get pimped out, okay? Turned out, everything. You gonna be out in the corner turning tricks for dimes and nicks. Madam meets the concierge at a private airstrip, and he's like, we going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies, little eyes. Sorry, showing my age. And he's like, we'll be back by midnight, so you go run your club. Let me show you something. So, getting their stuff out the way, he brings Madam to the White House. Oh, and it's like the White House. No, I mean like the actual White House where, the president and the first lady and they little crotch goblins and all of them live. But not the president we have now. Whatever president is the president in their world. So he introduces her to the first lady and the president. The president calls, Madam Beautiful and everything. Mind you, she gets introduced as Marilyn, not Madam, Marilyn. And then the first lady looks her up and down. And I was like, well, Miss Ma'am, you can get your roll your eyes and look up and down again. And I'm going to snatch them eyeballs out and I'm going to, roll them around in my hand and say, this is how you roll your eyes. And the concierge he tells Madam, because they walk over to a little area. And he basically tells her, I brought you here to teach you how to play chess. And she was like, I already know how to play chess. He was like, no. You may know how to play chess, but in this current time, you're playing checkers. And he starts pointing out the different people in the room. Like, this guy is about to be the new governor of Georgia. This woman right here helped usher in the last 3 presidents, including the one you just met. Then he points out Judge Ross and Judge Henry or Harry or whatever that man's name is. Judge Ross, the one who was blackmailing Babyface and getting her coochie ate and tore up down to the VIP room in Eden. Yeah, that Judge Ross. The room is full of powerful people, and having her name, circulating in the powerful people realm is going to basically help her and keep her from getting in trouble, is basically what I'm getting from the situation. The concierge summons Judge Ross and her husband over there, and him and the husband walk away to get some drinks to lead the ladies to talk. And the judge is like, I can stop everything if you just leave my daughter alone. And Madam says, done. Just like that, done. Because I don't think Madam was first of all, I don't think Madam was actually gonna hurt that girl, but she was a means to the ends to get Blue out of jail, and ain't nobody playing with you when it comes to this situation. First of all, Judge Ross, you put yourself in this situation because you decided to blackmail a dancer down to the eating and was getting your coochie ate and getting back shots and riding that stallion like that down to the VIP room. You set yourself up for failure. I feel like everybody should know there is cameras and everything else in the VIP room of a club. Know this. Madam says deal. And she was like, can I get you a drink? She was like, I don't trust you. Well, you want to go get a drink with me, bitch? I don't trust you. Get out my face. So boom, we at the club. Trouble is a terrible host. She is performing and hosting. So she did her little show. She tried to be a host. I don't like her as a host. She introduces the guys, and they start putting on their show, and they collecting money. They air humping, and dancing on the women, and showing them the schlong and everything. It's a good time had by all. Lola the detective, the one who pretended to be a foster kid and then had her ass strung up by her feet, and then had her husband, the youth minister. Child, it was a mess. She comes to the club and tells Blue, who's running the club that night, that the detective, I forgot what the detective's name, but she played Keisha on For Better or For Worse. Detective Keisha from For Better or For Worse is wondering how Blue got out of jail, and they're also questioning the fact that Kat did not come in. And basically, Blue tells her, kick rocks, mind your business, don't come back around here no more. And if I could say it, hold on, and my Michael Kyle, like how Michael Kyle would do it, hold on, because I'm going to bring it up. Hold on, I'm going to bring it up. Basically, what she was trying to tell her is, well, first of all, before I get into how she was trying to tell her, you could see in her eyes when she mentioned Kat, she was feeling some type of way. But that is how Blue has been the past episode, feeling like something is wrong. Especially with the fact that, yeah, she sat up there and killed Kat. But really, this is what she was trying to tell Detective Lola, Detective Shamika, Detective I was a foster child, I work for the GBI, Detective can't mind my business. Probably Detective, if you paid her enough money, she'd get out of her faces. She was trying to tell her, Boy Voyage, Oh, she was trying to tell her, so long, see you, sucker, bon voyage, arrivederci, later, loser. Good, later, loser, peace out. Good, I got it, okay. It's so long, see you, sucker, bon voyage, arrivederci, later, loser. Peace out. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Don't come back around here no more. Kick rocks and get the hell out. That's basically what she was trying to tell her. But the people didn't have it all together, and she was trying to tell Detective Lola. So Blue walk off, Detective Lola walk off. We done with these hoes. Child El Fuego in the back, sad, possibly thinking about giving his life back to the Lord. We find out that the ex that came to the club, and the fact that same ex whose daddy didn't like him, they used to go to church all the time, and the daddy was a pastor, and he still didn't like El Fuego, and he just going through it. And it's just like, if that man didn't like you before you was out there bumping and grinding and shaking that thing for some change, he was never going to like you. He probably felt like nobody, unless he handpicked them, was good enough for his child. And honestly, I'm not a PK. I was never a PK. I don't know that PK life. But if y'all the people watching live, or the people who gonna catch this on a playback, if y'all was PKs, can y'all tell me if y'all parents was like this, where they just basically didn't like nobody that you chose for yourself? Because that's what it seems like. Her daddy didn't like nobody she chose for herself, and is really only happy with somebody who he can choose and possibly have under his thumb. Doc tells him, because it's him and Doc talking. Doc tells him, you need to get out here and get this money and leave all this sad, these sad boy hours, leave it back here, okay? Because at the end of the day, because he's thinking about quitting, he was like, at the end of the day, whatever you're doing currently right now, especially because like the worlds are kind of set up differently because we see El Fuego hop over to Sister sometimes, but the way the worlds are set up, El Fuego is still in school currently on this show. But and sisters, the sisters and everything, he is very much, out of school and is stripping but has his business. But it's just like currently you in school, so you need to make your money, and this is the quickest and fastest way you're gonna get enough money to do what you need to do and take care of yourself until your business is a success. So, you know, even though you're having an eternal battle with yourself, get it together. And Doc basically tells him, you are going to make it up out of here. We all know you're going to make it up out of here. It's obvious that you're going to make it up out of here. And the rest of us is going to die up in here getting this money. So until you make it about this, bitch, you need to hit the stage, sad boy hours and all, and make that money, okay? Now, Trouble come back in being what her name is, Trouble, and asked them if they, they share, because she got her women in her rotation, and y'all probably do too. Do y'all share women? And they're like, girl, get out of here. They're not feeling her. And she drops the tea that Midnight and Teresa are in the VIP room, but they don't believe her. I forgot to mention that. Midnight got a VIP, and Teresa was a VIP. Now, Concierge and Madam are back on the plane. He tells her she really tries hard to be hard. Like, she puts up this hard exterior, but we all know she got a soft, gooey center on the inside. She a little teddy bear. And she says, she's intrigued by him. But then she mentions Bill and her money and how she wanted it. He better have him delivered to her quick, fast, in a hurry. And he says, you're not being present. And this is the situation. When you get caught up so much on something you want or need, or something needs to happen, and that's the only thing on your mind, you can't be present in the moment with someone, or in the moment at an event, enjoying that space. And she was like, okay, I'm present. I don't know what you're talking about. And he says, Bill gonna be there with your money. She said, cool, I'm present. And then they go over to have Mr. Nasty time. And let me tell you something. It was real good, y'all. Eva little bitties was out. I got to see his little booty. It was real. It got real spicy, okay? I can't give too many details because I don't want to get in trouble on here, but it was real spicy. And it was like, they make a sexy ass couple, I tell you that. So they have Mr. Nasty time, and it looked like it was good. Child Teresa in the VIP, she confronted Midnight about not shooting her husband, so shout out to Midnight for not doing that. She upset about him not killing the husband, and the fact that the husband went to the police, told them she was trying to kill him. And now it's a warrant out for her arrest. Mind you, Midnight ran it down how she had how the husband had a video of her banging her head in the refrigerator. So she really going down for this. Now Doc come up in there, and he thinking Midnight trying to push up on Teresa, and that's not the case. And Teresa won't talk because she's still mad about the fact that Midnight didn't kill her husband. She ain't getting no money. She got caught up, and she going to jail. And then them hoes start tussling. They fighting. They breaking stuff in the VIP room. They going up against the wall. They on the table. They on the floor. They just fighting. Them hoes they in a blend. And then them hoes break through the wall. The wall that is the VIP room that leads them to the floor of the club. They break through the wall, they fall, and them hoes are still fighting. I'm like, over Teresa and her lies? Lord, it couldn't be me. And then we get into this episode 4 because it immediately picks up where this last episode left off. Madam get back to the club, and her and the concierge are talking in, the little car or whatever. And the concierge tells her Bill is on his way, and he will have him delivered to, she says have him delivered to Eden. Blue will handle him. Now, Madam says, because he's asking about Blue and how Blue is her right hand, and she's like, no, Blue is both of my hands, and I understand what you're trying to do. Like, you're trying to elevate me, but I'm not getting rid of Blue. And then she's like, everything you did tonight was cute or whatever, but basically you're trying to elevate me, but what's higher than number one? And then she gets into the fact that, I know who you are, Raphael Damascus. Yeah, you say you work for the Damascus family, but really you the boss. You the head honcho in charge. You the head HINC in charge. You the HINC in charge, but you are playing like you're an employee, which I think is kind of smart, where you're like, oh, I'm an employee, I know something, but I don't know that much. That way, when it comes down to it, you don't let the rest of the employees get too close to you and, get beside themselves, but you can also keep eyes on them. And then it's like benefit of the doubt when it comes to everything else that happens. But he like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, you know what you're talking about. But she said, let me make something clear. We had Mr. Nasty time on the plane. It was great. It was good. But I want you to know I'm not no hoe and I can't be bought, okay? Because he had this beautiful diamond necklace for her. And she was like, I can't be bought. I can buy my own jewelry. And she hopped out the truck and sent him on his way. Now, when she hops out the truck and gets to the front of Eden, she at the door and she be like, ain't nobody outside. Something not right here. Nobody is outside. You know why nobody's outside? Because everybody's inside. She goes in and finds everybody up in there brawling. People getting thrown around, hair getting pulled, people getting punched in the face, people getting pushed on stage, people getting kicked off stage. Look like one of the bartenders and got hit bust up in the back of the head. It's a mess. It's a melee. They in a whole bar room brawl right now. So she is behind the bar, gets Big Bertha, is what I call her gun. Gets Big Bertha, aka them guns we want to get off the street, because y'all for some reason a lot of people just be buying them and then they go do stuff that now we got the parents on television having to run up in schools and save their children. That type of that type of little situation right there. I'm calling it Big Bertha. She grabbed Big Bertha. She walk up on stage. She's starting shooting up the ceiling, and then shoots the disco ball, and it falls and breaks. And then she started yelling at people. She basically tells the customers, everybody, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but y'all can leave in an orderly fashion, talking to the customers, and everybody who works for her, y'all better line up. I was like, well, damn, is this? Oh my god! It's like, when you in school and your teacher is out for the day and y'all have a sub, and then when she come back, if the class is bad, y'all get in trouble. It's like that. It was one of them situations. She told Tommy, lock the door. So she started questioning everybody. Ain't nobody talking. She asked the doe-eyed I do anything dancer, aka Babyface's hoe, because Babyface is about to become a pimp. Where is Miss Patty when you need her? He don't know what happened. So Tommy says, I'll tell you what happened. Doc and Midnight was fighting over somebody in the VIP room. Madam says, go to my office. Trouble start talking, trying to be an instigator. They all turn around looking at her like, bitch, what? She get cussed out. Madam basically tells the rest of them, y'all better clean up and get it together and tip out. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Basically, Tommy is a Mary J. Blige song. He was the love of the secretary, working every day of the week. Will stop breathing if she told him to, because he cook. First of all, he the chef, he the bodyguard, he's security, he the contractor, he everything. And Trouble calls him out on that, and he's like, and I knock a bitch out. Okay, I want you to know that for real. I will knock you out. Then asked her if she like cookies, and she like, yeah. And he throw her a bag of cookies. I was like, well, damn, Tommy. Okay. In the office, Midnight, no, Madam asked, what's going on here, cause trying to figure out why them hoes was in a blimp. And Doc don't want to say nothing, and they think it's about Midnight taking some money or whatever. And Midnight tells everything about Teresa, how she lied to Doc and lied to him about her husband beating up on her, how the husband got video of her banging her head in the refrigerator, she's crazy, and how he has his face covered so the husband don't know it was him. But the man was crying and everything, and now she got a warrant out for her arrest and she going to jail. And Madam says, I don't want to ever see this BS again. We all family. Y'all are all mine. Y'all like brothers. So y'all need to talk to each other and figure it out because this can't happen again. And Midnight tries to apologize, but Doc walk out. He don't want to talk to him no more. Madam goes to talk to Blue because Blue was in charge of the club, and then all this happened. And she mad at Blue, and she tells Madam tells Blue something is off with you, and it's written all over Blue's face. She don't have to say nothing, and Blue has like this hard exterior on, but she needs you on your A game. Is basically what Madam said. You can put that face on, but I need you on your A game. Blue says she grieving and it's over, like over, and she'll get it together. So we get to Bill. He is tied up. He's hanging over a vat of acid or a barrel of acid, whatever you want to call him. And Madam says, I just got some great dick. Just tell me where my money is, and we can be through. And he started talking cash money shit. He started running his mouth. He calling them bitches. So every time he says something that does not lead her to her money, she's like, "Give me one, Blue. Give me two. Give me three." Well, before she gets to three, he about to change his. Well, she gets to three. He now like feet are at the acid, and he starts to change his tune because he thought they was about to drop him in some water. And he talking about, "I've been in prison before. I've done my time. Y'all don't scare me." Like he had that energy about him. Until Blue said, "You over acid? It's gonna burn." And then he started lying, talking about Red had it and Red did this and Red did that. And Madam says, "Well, the last time I talked to Red, he said you had it, that you took the money." She told Blue, "Give me 10. Blue cranks him just enough for his feet to be touching the acid, and he gets to screaming for his life. And he starts telling them where the money is. The money is in some junkyard in a blue car. This junkyard, the key in my pocket. Blue get the key, and then he just screaming for his life. And Madam says, "Drop him," and she dropped him. And it was just like, oh, I would feel bad for you, but you sent a lot of people to jail, stealing from them and convincing them to rob places in a halfway house. Then, if it wasn't for you and Red pulling the schemes y'all was doing, sending people to jail and stealing from folks, you stole from the wrong one. You done got everybody shot up and got their place burnt up. I don't feel bad for you. Drop his ass if you got to. And then Madam tells Blue, "Go get the money." Now, Babyface turned into a whole pimp out here. Okay. The Do Anything dancer got a whole girl, a fine ass woman waiting on him. And he like, "I'll do anything. I'll even wash your car." And Babyface was like, "I'll hold you to it. And when I have the private client, I'll call you. You answer." Basically making this man a hoe. Sir, he about to pimp you and turn you out, and your goodies gonna get took if you don't consent. And I'm not here for that. Anyway, the dancer who drugged Jade last season, he trying to warn the doe-eyed dancer, but dude don't want to hear him. He like, "You just jealous, you just jealous." So Tommy walk up and tell him, "You need to stop that, okay? If you keep this up, you won't be gone." And he was like, "Well, I was just trying to warn him." And he was like, "Well, he got to learn for himself." At this point, everybody didn't try to warn him. The dancers in the back. You didn't try to warn him. At this point, he gonna have to learn from himself. And unfortunately, you don't want him to have to learn for himself, because you can see this going very badly for him. But he the one who don't want to listen, and you can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. Child, why Tommy walk around the corner to throw the trash out, and Trouble on the side of the building giving somebody the best strap game she's ever given, and Tommy come around and he's like, he sees them and he like, "What is happening? Okay, like, how are you doing that?" And she was like, "Whip my dick." And she was like, "You want me to whip it out?" And he's just like, "You're not gonna stop." And she turned the girl's face like, "Do you see her?" It was a whole mess. And Tommy was just like, "I'm so confused. Like, Madam gotta start hiring better people." And I was like, "Child, you and me both." But old girl hopped up off Trouble and was like, "I got to go, okay? I'll probably see you, I probably won't." It was a mess. Blue at the junkyard. She not able to get in because the place is locked up. So she on stakeout. Madam calls Tommy to her room because she got a headache. Why Tommy come in there? Like, Tommy burst up in her room butt naked with a big old gun. Okay? And she tells him, first of all, why are you naked? He like, I sleep naked. She tells him she needs him to go visit her father. And then she gets into this whole thing, is she a good person? He was like, yeah, you're a good person. And she was like, well, I don't feel like it. And she's like, I'm tired and I just want to give all this up. And I was like, she got to be depressed. It's got to be one of the things going on with her. I've had those moments where it's just like, I'm tired. I won't do it no more. I'm ready to give up. I think she might be depressed. And Tommy, like, you can't give up. She's like, why? He says, because you got all of us holding you up. Like, you got all of us. You can count on us through thick and thin. Okay? When you are weak, we will be strong. Count on me. I don't know the whole song, but I know them words. And then Tommy asked, you want to have Mr. Nasty time? And she was like, Tommy, now, who would that be for, me or you? Why would I need that? I need Tylenol. They dynamic is a hot mess because he come bring her Tylenol and everything. He got a towel on because, he was butt naked and asked her if she tried the cookies. And she was like, no, it's a whole mess. I love the dynamic, but it's a hot ass mess with Tommy and Madam. Now at that hospital, Amp is trying to do way too much. He got to pee, so, Dime got to look away. He got to pee in a little thing. The doctor comes in and tells him, you're doing fine. You're going to be able to go home. I was like, that was hella quick, but he just needs to take it easy. Amp is ready to go to his apartment. He wants Dime to move in with him. And I was like, way too soon, way too fast, because y'all have only known each other for a season. Y'all don't know each other like that to be moving in. Y'all just started dating. Oh my God. This is too much. This is why? Her place is probably nicer than yours. Just like a nigga straight out of jail wanting to move somebody in. Sir, stop that. Cha, he begging. She say, stop begging. I'll think about it. But she does agree to stay and help, agrees to stay with him and help him, get acclimated into the new place, especially after, he been shot and everything. So the concierge calls Madam and asks her, about Bill. And she thanks him. And he asked her, she asked him, what do you want from me? And he like, I want to go ride. And she was like, well, we already did that. He was like, horses. She was like, well, I already did that. He was like, and it was like, horses. She was like, I already did that. He was like, he said something else. And she was like, but we already did that. He was like, finally, horses at the stable. I was like, you got to specify, okay? When you say these things, she already did that. You got to specify. So she agrees. Well, no, she says, I'll come ride horses with you if you tell me what you want from me. And he says, come riding and I'll tell you, you can ask me anything you want. Dime is wheeling Amp out and he sees Shannon's mom is the nurse. And Dime thanks her and says, I'm sorry about your daughter. And he looked a little scared. So they get back to his place and he notices bruises on her face from, Red, knocking her out and stealing all the money. And she like, it's nothing. It happened at work. And he was like, I love my aunt, but I'm going to get me and you up out of there, especially because I don't like it, how everything is run, especially when it comes to her, like talking about Dime. But here's the situation, sir. What money? You don't have the money. And Dime is on her way to running one of the clubs by herself. So if I were you, I'd be trying to get with El Fuego and figure out how to do this tech stuff or something. Mind y'all. Amp used to work at the bank. Like, the actor used to work at the bank with Sabrina and Maurice. Ciao. Anyway. She says she's fine. And he in pain. So he asked about the nurse and why she said, she was sorry about her daughter. So she kind of runs down the whole story of what happened or what Shannon's mom said happened. And she was like, that's so crazy. I can never be with a man like that. And I foresee troubles ahead for them because Amp is technically a man like that and you are technically with him. So you are with a man like that. And his face when she said that, it dropped. I was like, this will not end well. Madam pulls up to the stables and, concierge tells her, or AKA Raphael tells her, riding horses is his therapy. So they go riding. Madam asks him what he wants. What is it you want? You want to make me yours? And he says he's never met a woman like her. She's smart. She is beautiful. She's dangerous. She said, I'm deadly. And, they talk some more, but I really wasn't paying attention to that. But I paid attention to this. She said, if anything were to go bad between them, she would get him first. And he was like, oh, you think? She was like, oh, I know. And he asked her, why do you still stay at Eden? Like, why do you run Eden? And she says it was the first thing she was able to get and do and buy for herself. And it makes her happy running that place. And I was like, you could kind of tell that she is very happy when she's in Eden and just doing a day to day and running everything. Because when you have something that is your own, that you created from the ground up, you built it up, it's your baby. And I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about something that you were able to do for yourself, that you created. You don't want to give that up. You don't want to put that in the hands of anybody else because that's yours. You put the blood, sweat, and tears into it to make it work and make it look good. So, no, I'm not going to give it up. And he asks her, he leans over and whispers in her ear, what else makes you happy? And she hops on a horse. And that's the last time we see her and the concierge together on this episode. Down at the club, Trouble's on her BS again. Doc and Midnight still fighting. Child, them hoes is crazy. Babyface and El Fuego on stage double teaming a girl, and it's giving sex. It just giving it sex. It's oozing like sex. Okay, it's beautiful. And Blue is still at the junkyard, and she decides to go in by herself. But Madam says she's sending Tommy. But Blue does not like when Madam's mad at her. So she decides she's going to go in by herself. And I'm like, girl, don't go in there by yourself. But she's going to go in by herself. I was like, well, this is not going to be good. Madam asked Dime about Amp because at this point, Dime is back at the club. And, Dime says, he's good. And, you should check on him. Madam was like, okay, I'm going to. Babyface goes over to Miss Tandy because Miss Tandy at the same table she always did with that side, one side shaved and slicked down with the best gel in the world, or whatever gel, or whatever it is, she got it slicked down, and then she got the long side. And she was like, I'm trying to get El Fuego, and Babyface said he's not gonna do it. She was like, for the right price. She said, and he's still not gonna do it. And basically, Babyface don't want her husband to watch, but she says, $10K and he can watch, okay? And because he points out the dude that he gonna bring in so the husband can get down with it too. And he says, you bring the 10K, I bring myself, and I'll bring my hoe because I'm out here pimping these hoes. Okay, I don't love them, but I'm pimping them. And then Blue gets to the junkyard. She gets the money. Blue calls Madam and says, I have the money. I'm about to leave. And then she gets surrounded by hillbillies, and that's how the episode goes off. So, like I said, for episodes 1 and 2, I called Babyface becoming a pimp. I called it. I figured he was going to become a pimp because he was contemplating that a little too hard. The concierge and Madam, I think they make a beautiful couple. Their sex scenes is amazing. So shout out to them for being comfortable enough to do that. And then shout out to whatever intimacy coach they have on set that got that whole situation together. Doc, I don't know why you mad. You wasn't going to do it. And he probably was going to do it, but he probably would have offed the man anyway. So I don't know why you mad. Midnight saved you and him from going to jail. Be happy. Teresa's crazy. I hope Blue is okay. Tommy is a jack of all trades. And I don't appreciate Detective Lola showing up, and Christian Keys has been fine. He aged like fine wine, and I love the little gray up in his hair, just like that little piece. I was like, okay, Mr. Sheffield. He could play Mr. Sheffield if they were ever to do a nanny reboot. He could. I'm just saying, he could. He could play Mr. Sheffield. And with that being said, that was it for this recap review of All the Queen's Men, season 2, 3, episodes 3 and 4. If you are new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. If you're not new to the channel and you don't like the content over here, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. Because you may not like me, but guess what, boo? Somebody out there does. If you want to get in touch with me for any type of business, you want to follow me on social media, you want to buy my Elder Be Damn merch, you want to buy my lip gloss, or you want to bless your girl with a little something because you know a bitch got bills, everything can be found where it always will be, where it's always going to stay, and where it's always going to be available down in the description box below and currently scrolling across the screen. I want to say shout out to all 224 people subscribed to me. Y'all know my objective is to be monetized by my birthday. Speaking of birthdays, I have my birthday stream already scheduled so y'all can see it and schedule it so y'all can be here to celebrate with me. I'm turning the big 2-4, okay? Anyway, what was I saying? Ticker. Oh, child. I don't know. Something about a birthday, and then I segued into my birthday. Okay, we got that on there. So, monetized by my birthday. So we can only go up from here with the subscribers. And I want to thank everybody who came in, everybody who's watching, everybody who will catch this on playback. Thank you for the people who will comment. All of y'all, I'm so grateful for y'all. And then y'all know P Valley is coming on Sunday, back to regularly scheduled programming, and then Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then y'all know the Am I the A-Hole stories is a Monday through Sunday thing. So I will be back for 3 more stories tomorrow. And with that being said, I'll see y'all later because I ain't got nothing else to give you. Bye.